Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan Lundenau. I am a program director for the UB School of Pharmacy and Middleport Family Health Center community-based residency program. I've been the program director for about 4 going on 5 years now. The program's been accredited since 2010 and was recently reaccredited in 2019 for 8 years. We think we have a very strong program, and I am happy to share with you a few of those reasons why. So a few of the strengths that I think this program really has is the ability of the resident to develop and start patient care. And whether that's at the various ambulatory care sites that we practice at, and there are now 3 sites that longitudinally you will be at with local provider offices. They all share the same EMR, so it allows for continuity as far as training goes, but it really gives you a robust AmCare practice experience. And a lot of our residents tend to be interested in doing a PGY1 in ambulatory care, so our program is really a springboard to that, and that's commonly the type of applicant that we do see. Other strengths of our program is we have a truly unique transitions of care program in which we collaborate with a local hospital in Medina, New York. So the residents and the director of that hospital department get together 2 days a week. It involves rotations with an interdisciplinary team. So you will be with OT, PT, nursing, the doctors, PAs, and that type of thing. And you would actually do rounding and kind of be able to participate in a routine patient care experience. So that's really unique to our program. The residents really tend to love that, and they really like our preceptor there, Kate. Every year, we just get rave reviews on that. We're also connected to the university, so you'll have some pretty unique research opportunities and also teaching opportunities with the advanced teaching certificate as well. There are some opportunities for electives as well as expanding that role in teaching in academia, as well as hospice and additional primary care rotations, with even the option to early commit to a couple of our PGY2 programs if you so desire. So as far as the training goes, a few things that you will primarily be in would be care transitions, ambulatory care, primary care, like I mentioned, medication adherence programs. We do a lot of vaccine clinics, diabetes, self-management education, MTM, and of course the owner of the store is past president of NCPA, as well as PSNI, the state association. So you'll get really involved in the business planning aspect if you so choose. Now, all the rotations are longitudinal, which is usually a strength of a community program, in my opinion. So you won't be really just learning the ropes with one rotation for a few weeks and then get pulled away off into another rotation. So that's kind of nice. Now, with that being said, recently this past year, our structure has changed a little bit. So it's a little bit more complex. My primary practice site is now at Primary Care of Western New York, and on-site at Middleport, as well as in the patient care, community pharmacy, patient care, ambulatory at GPPC, as well as Dr. Lori's office. We have our site coordinator, Laura, whose name and contact info is at the end of this presentation. And then I am primarily at the primary care location. Other rotations include practice management and leadership, patient-centered dispensing and counseling. And then that transitions to care rotation that I talked about is longitudinal, so it's year-round residency projects and teaching. So we broke up the primary care of Western New York rotation, which is my primary rotation now, into 6 months. So it's still longitudinal, but it's 6 months for each resident. We typically take 2 residents. And here are some just elective rotations that I was talking about. So this is a question that I usually get at all these recruitment events is, what do your residents do after your community residency? So I already talked about that a little bit. It's really common for them to go on to do their PGY2 in AmCare. A few of them have secured AmCare positions without a PGY2 residency, which I think speaks to the strength of our program. We have a few in clinical community practice. We have a couple that have gone into managed care. That's probably the next most common. We even had a resident a couple of years ago also skip the PGY2 and become a clinical assistant professor at a college nearby. So we've also had a resident go way out to the West Coast, start a junior partnership because she wanted to own her own store. And she's set to do that, I believe, in the next year or two. So those are just a few of the unique opportunities that you would be qualified for after you do our residency. So now, how do I apply? Pretty standard process. Online, just like any other program. We have 2 residents, like I said. Our application deadline this year is January 8th, and national matching code is on there, 191315. If there are any questions in regard to our program, please do not hesitate to email me, or you can call me at that number. Also, our residency site coordinator at Middleport Family Health Center, Laura, her contact information is on the slide as well. Thank you, guys.